and say, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. This is an event that we love to call Girls Just Want to Have Funs. It's my favourite event. We do this every month. We have people join us from all around the world looking and curious at a smarter way to do business. And this is where we get to dream again, where we get to think about if money were no object, what else might we be enjoying in life? What else would we be saying yes to in life? What would we start putting back on the vision board? What would we bring back into our family and our lives? And I've got some incredible women alongside me today, some of my best friends around the world. You're going to hear a little bit about our company, Juice Plus, from me in a moment, and you're going to hear about our very simple but very powerful and impactful products that are based around Mother Nature. And you're going to hear about a business that is bringing back so much more yes and freedom into our lives as well. So you're going to love the girls that are helping me out today and sharing some of their stories. It's always from the heart on this event. So I'm going to kick off and start with just introducing myself really quickly. My name is Linda. I'm one of the national marketing directors in the Juice Plus company. And working from home was something I dreamed of for the flexibility, and so I could still be a stay-at-home mum, so I could still go shopping and do all of those great things, and so I could enjoy flexibility and not have to go back into the workforce. I think we all know why we don't want to be in the workforce. So I don't need to go into that. But I didn't actually believe that it was possible. I thought everything was overpromised and underdelivered. So I didn't actually believe any of the ads that I was reading, and I looked into a few different things. And I'm so very grateful that one of my friends went before me. She found something that was just spectacular, that was the real deal, that certainly was about, it ticked all my boxes. And I love that I get to choose who I work with. I get to make an impact with something that was very important to me. Having come from a corporate career where I didn't feel very purpose-driven, I knew the next thing that I was going to put my heart into, I really wanted it to matter. So health matters to me, and making a difference in other women's lives really matters to me. So it ticked both of those boxes. The other box that I wanted to tick was to be unlimited. In whatever I was doing, I wanted to be unlimited with the time, with the abundance, with the countries that we could build business in. And here was this beautiful business on a platter. I could hardly believe that it was possible. So my friend showed me the way. And just in those first few months, I began to believe that this was possible for me. And bringing back even $300 extra into my family at that time, when I had 3 kids under 3.5, that $300 was a game changer for me. And when I speak to most women about the possibility of what this business is, we talk about that extra $400 or $500 a month, because every single day it lights me up to help people do that and to bring that back into their life. And from there, it grows and we dream bigger. But that first initial, can I really create an income from home that fills my tank and that I can work around my family and all of the other values in my life? Yes, it's possible, and we're going to show you how today, just with our real stories. So the company Juice Plus has been around for 47 years. So this company is giant, but it's a company with the heart. They have, it's a very mission-driven company, and their mission is very simple, but very impactful. It's to inspire healthy living around the world. And it's the same CEO and founder and leadership team at the helm after 47 years. And I just love that, because I think that Jay Martin, the company founder, he's kind of like Walt Disney for me. And what else is really great to know is that this company has done well into many tens of billions in sales in that time. And it's all based around a very basic few hero products. And why? Because those products work and people reorder them and they never want to be without them. So I'm going to hand over to my beautiful friend, Christine Drummond. She's a PT. She's an amazing mum who has just created some magic in this business. Her passion is for the product as well, and the game changer in health that it can be with just some simple additions. So take it away, Christine.
Awesome. Thank you, Linda. And thank you so much for letting me share the products with you today. I'm so passionate about them. And I just want to share with you why I'm so passionate about these products. And it's because about 9 years ago, I was going through IVF. And at the same time I was going through IVF, my ex-husband and I, we were trying for 7 years to have kids. But at that time, my mum got a really aggressive breast cancer. And because I was going through the IVF, the doctors wouldn't let me travel back to be by my mum's side. And I still get emotional about it because I felt like I let her down, not being there for her in her time of need. And looking back, like, not one person ever spoke to me or my mum during that time about our lifestyle choices, about how stressed we were, about what we were putting in our bodies. They never ever spoke to us about nutrition or anything. And that's why I'm so passionate about teaching people about the importance of nutrition, because nobody did that for me back then. And when Juice Plus came into my life about 5.5 years ago, a friend of mine, Fee Taylor, reached out, and all she said to me was she could see I was struggling with my energy. She just said, look, Christine, check out these products. They're all natural. You can still breastfeed with them. Just go and have a look. So I did. I checked it out. And within 2 weeks, guys, I was feeling absolutely amazing. It took my health to a level that I had never experienced before. The energy, the recovery, the endurance, the skin, the hair, the nails, everything. It was absolutely amazing. And I wanted to be able to give people that gift of that conversation around, how is your health? What are the stresses in your life? What is your lifestyle like, and how can we help you make a difference and some positive changes in the right direction? And that's why we do what we do, because we've seen the impact that these incredible products have. I'm going to keep it very, very basic today. I don't want to overcomplicate it, because they are literally just fruits, veggies, and berries in a vegan capsule. There's 30 different plants in here. When you look at the labels, they have a food label. There's no big words you can't pronounce, because it's literally carrots, cabbage, kale, parsley, spinach, broccoli, all these beautiful fruits and veggies that we're just not getting in our bodies on a daily basis. So I love them because they help bridge the gap between what we are doing and what we should be doing. And I'm constantly meeting people on a daily basis who are not eating fruits and veggies because they don't like the texture, they don't like the flavor. Their kids are fussy eaters, the husbands don't eat any fruit, and this just helps take care of the household, and takes your health to another level. So that's the capsules. We've also got this incredible Omega blend. It's vegan, all plant-based, and we go straight to the source. We bypass the fish and we just go straight to the plant sources to get the omegas. And that, honestly, guys, is the quickest and the best way to get the quality of omegas and good fats in that your body needs, not just to survive, but to thrive on a daily basis. The omegas are fantastic for hair, skin, and nails, but also inflammation and things like that. So together, you can see the colors there, nice and bright. You can imagine what's going to happen to your health and your energy when you put in that level and that quality of variety in your body every single day. The other thing we've got are these amazing chewable versions for our kids. So they've got 17 different fruits and vegetables in them. Now, the kids actually get these for free. That's right, for free. Any child between the age of 4 and 18 can get Juice Plus into their body for free every day, not just for a month or two, for 4 years for free. That's about $5,500 worth of free fruits and veggies going into their developing bodies every day. And we have the largest observational study around our children's health study. And what we're seeing in these kids are they're less sick because their immune systems are boosted, because they're getting that nutrition in that their body craves. They're making healthier choices. They're drinking more water. Their health is absolutely transformed. So I love that. And that's why they call us the company with the heart. And then the only other thing we have are these whole food powders. Again, all plant-based, jam-packed. They're lactose-free. They're gluten-free. And they've got some beautiful pea proteins in there. And these, with the capsules, form part of our Shred 10 program, which is absolutely amazing. It's 10 days of whole foods. And then we just get you to follow a few guidelines of cutting a few things out, you know, like dairy and caffeine and things like that. And at the end of the 10 days, what we're seeing in these people is that they've formed these lifelong habits. They've enjoyed it so much. They've found it really flexible and they're continuing on with it. And that's what we're about. As Linda said, we're all about inspiring healthy living around the world. And that's what we get to do on a daily basis. And for me, I'm so excited to get this next speaker to share her beautiful story with you, because I've known Ange for over 5.5 years now, and probably nearly 7. And it took a little while for her to start on the products, but I never gave up. I was always drip feeding. I was always checking in and caring on her and loving on her. And that's how this business works. And eventually she said yes, and she hasn't looked back since. So Ange, just take yourself off mute, honey, and share with us why you love these products and why you've decided to take them every day and get your family on them too.
Hello, can you guys hear me? Yeah. Well, I've already had a cry before I even got on, because I get really nervous about sharing my story. It's only been a couple of times, and it's pretty intense. And like, as Christine said, what she's in this business for and what it has done is exactly what it's done for me. And I never knew what nutrition could do for my body. I have to tell you a little bit of my history so you understand where I'm coming from. And I have written stuff down because I know I get lost sometimes. But first and foremost, I'm a wife and I'm a mum of 3 children. I have a 12-year-old daughter who just started high school. So that's a bit crazy. She's on the twos, thank goodness. And I have a 20-month-old boy and a 14-week-old little girl, which I have taken these products through my pregnancy, breastfeeding and everything as well. A little bit about me, I had a bit of a crazy upbringing, lots of moving around, homelessness without a father. We used to live in shelters and things like this. So this kind of upbringing did not set me up for a healthy lifestyle as an adult, because what happens to you as a child, you know, that kind of sets you up. So we didn't know what healthy eating was. We just wanted to eat. So if we got food, that was healthy for us. So that's a little bit about why I'm so passionate about this as well. So as a adult, I didn't know how to look after myself. Therefore, I ended up suffering depression, anxiety, no self-worth, insomnia, couldn't sleep properly because I didn't eat correctly. I didn't train. I didn't do any of these things. So mental health for me was a big issue. You know, I'd seen psychiatrists and doctors and that, and all they had done was prescribe me medications, which actually made me worse. Got to the point where I nearly ended up in a mental institution, and you have to sign yourself in for one of those. It's not somebody that takes you. So I knew myself that I had gotten that far down the rabbit hole that I couldn't cope with anything anymore. Now there was nothing physically wrong with my body. This was mainly with my mental issues. I used to get sick a lot because, you know, just colds and flus and that. But it was in that moment that I was sitting in that waiting room and they were going to put me in. And this small voice just said to me, "You don't belong here." So it was that moment that I decided to walk out of there with my mum and go on a health journey. I didn't know what to do. Nobody had shown me what to do. They don't show you this at school. They don't teach you anything. And with my upbringing, I had no idea. So I put myself into a gym and I started realizing that I was feeling good. In this process, I found out that it helped me more than just my physical state, but it helped me mentally, and I started coming back stronger. So I fell in love with the industry and I went and studied health for a year to pursue a career in that. But in this time, I had found out that there was $1 trillion pharmaceutical industry, and I almost felt cheated by the doctors and psychiatrists and everyone. It was like they almost wanted me to stay sick. And since then, that was my ambition, I suppose, and my passion, when I realized that when I started feeding my body right and I started exercising, that I felt better, that I could deal with life better. And I know that they say that this is just fruits and veggies in a capsule, but it's not, because I don't even think was it 100 years ago, 200 years ago? I don't think we used to have half the diseases and the mental illness that we have today. And I probably know that everybody on this call has a family member suffering with something, whether it's a cancer, whether it's something physical, whether it's something mental, whether it's just not coping. And they don't tell us these things when we grow up. You know, it is such a simple thing, and it is fruits and veggies in a capsule, but it is so much more than that, because nature intended our bodies to only have this put into our bodies. And our supermarkets are full of so much processed junk now that it actually affects us. It affects the way we live our lives every single day. It affected me being a mum to my 12-year-old. I'm now a way better mum with my 20-month-old and my new baby, and I'm looking forward to that journey because I'm going to be such a different mum now. I'm in a different headspace. So don't take away from the fact that it is just fruits and veggies in a capsule, because it means so much, and we don't get that from the stuff that we go in the supermarket and buy. They cheat us from that. We don't get that. We're now all having to go organic and do these things, and it's not easy. I find it not easy, and I don't. I have to be honest. I know Christine's awesome with her food and everything, and I look up to her so much. I'm not. I fail every day. I try every single day, and I do my 10-day shreds, and some days I do really good and some days I don't. I have to be honest. And having this product in our lives, I know has helped support me. It's not the number one. You still have to put in hard work yourself. And but it is a great support system. And it was Christine I said no to for 4 years with this, because when I found out she had pills in a bottle, I just straight away thought of that $1 trillion pharmaceutical supplement industry and just went, nah, no way. I don't want to know anything about it. But I watched her over 4 years, and I just watched her and the journey that she was taking, and you could tell something was changing in her. And when I had my boy 19 months ago, she sent me the care package of Juice Plus, and so I started taking it, and within 2 weeks, I seriously started feeling really good. And at first I didn't put it down to these things I was taking in the morning. I just thought, what's changed? I was coping a lot better. And I just had a baby. I was single at the time with a 2-week-old baby. Don't feel sorry for me, because we're now together and married and had a second baby. And that's how good I feel on these capsules and this stuff, because I've had a second baby. Now I've got 2 under 2. But yeah, so it's not just about the bottles and the selling and everything. It's actually what fruits and vegetables that are in this capsule can actually do for you. When I looked into it further, I'd found out about the Child Health Studies and Nutrition Plus. So I knew that this company was not only, the product was like crazy, insane, and really good for us, but they had a heart. They actually did. They always say this is the company with the heart, and it's actually it's for real. It's true. I did my research. The other physical things that it's helped us with is my son had a burn on his leg on his first birthday. And the Gold Coast Hospital were actually really astounded with how quickly his burn had actually healed. My dad has been on the Juice Plus as well. He's been on liver medication and cholesterol medication. He's now off both of those medications. I forget to tell that to people. That's actually really good. And my daughter, who's now 12, so she's just coming into a teenager and coming into a period and everything. And I know she's a bit more crazy when she doesn't have her Juice Plus, and I give it to, I know it only says 4 and up, but I give it to my baby as well as my 19-month-old as well in his food. So I've taken it while I was pregnant, while I was breastfeeding, and I'm on the Omegas now, which has been really, really good. My skin's getting better. I had really bad skin as a young girl. So this is actually really good for my skin. But yeah, in the end, it's been a really good support system for me. It's not magic in a pill. It is fruits and veggies in a pill, and learning how to eat right and do right. I've become a better mother, a better everything. But yeah, that's my story.
Beautiful. Well done. Thank you so much. There's always more to your story. This is only the second time I've heard it, and thank you for sharing that with so much vulnerability. You've given us a lot of gifts. Thank you. And now, this is the best part of this business, is not only do we have something that is so simple that we can help people start eating better and feeling better, and that fog lifts and the energy comes back, and we attract all kinds of better things in our lives. And yet you're such living proof of that. We have the mission behind these products, because it's not just selling, as you said. And I was looking for something that was more than just selling, that was sharing, and, you know, what if this could help you too? So my other beautiful friend, Katrina Stark, this absolute glamour. I love this girl. You're unmuted. I just love how this woman shares everything from the heart. And yeah, this is all about our mission. Take it away, Katrina.
Thank you, darling. Straight back to you too. It's where I learned it from. I was so let's actually go back. That's a really good segue, Linda. So 2 years ago, I came into this business and I was so skeptical. I loved the products because they made sense. I'm such a hippie at heart, and I understood that fruits and veggies were so powerful. We all needed more of them, and I was testament as well to how good the products made me feel. So I did want to help other people feel better, but I was quite reserved about the business method behind it. I was sitting in Linda's lounge room and I watched her get up and do a presentation similar to this, which just put all my fears at ease, and I realized that this was where I needed to be. I'd been looking for something where I got to be my own boss, where I got to have my own hours, where I got to live my own life, because I really don't do well being told what to do all the time. So it just really blew my mind, and I'd love to be able to share a little bit with you guys and hopefully help you guys feel some of that amazingness as well. So when I did come into this business, I had actually had a dance studio. That was what I was doing because that was my meal ticket. That to me was going to be my freedom vehicle. I could be my boss, I could set it up, and then I could travel and spend time with my family, which were of my highest values. In order to get that dance studio, though, I did have to have a retail job to save up and to fill some of those gaps. So in that retail job, I came in and I just started down here as a little checkout chick. Now, I actually stayed here for 7 years. Has anybody got caught in a job that you didn't want to stay in for that long, and all of a sudden years come on years, and, you know? So I stayed here for 7 years, and I did manage to get up to the manager position. I love working hard. I really do. If I'm going to put my time and effort into something, I want it to be done properly. So they loved me, but unfortunately, even if I wanted to put more time in there, that whole corporate management was taken up with family positions. And even then, I'm sure they would have hired over me, probably someone with more experience and a little bit more of an intensive resume behind them. So even if I did stay there, I wasn't going to get much higher. I was limited. And even then, I found that I was swapping each hour, so my time, for a dollar figure. And that really played on my self-worth, because I thought I was worth more than, you know what, $20 odd an hour, because I worked hard. And there were some people that were showing up at this retail job that were so half-assed, and they were making exactly the same money as me. And I didn't find that to be fair. But, you know, it worked because the CEO up at the top, he was quite heartfelt too. He loved what he did. He told us what to do. And in turn, we got to create a really stable future for him. Okay, but what I found was when I started my dance studio, so can I just say too, that to start my dance studio, it was so expensive. I had to save up over $10,000 in order just to get it started. So, you know, that alone was a little bit of a rip off the Band-Aid when you have 2 small children and you then have to take a massive risk into something risky and new. But I was the CEO. So I started up the top here and I built my own little triage of people. You know, they all went up. I had my dancers, I had my coaches, my instructors, everything. And in this view, it worked really well. But what it was an adult kindergarten. I felt like all day I was telling people where to be, how to act, how to turn up, what not to wear. And I became a drill sergeant, which is not my mentality at all. Also, I found financially, everything that was coming up here, because it was a brand new business, was going straight back out. I was paying bills, I was paying electricity, rent, wages, insurance, all sorts of different things that I didn't really want to pay, but it was the structure of this. So what I found too, my values are family and freedom, family and travel, right? I wasn't getting the time to spend with my family because I was always at work. I wasn't getting the time to travel because when I did, this structure fell apart because the drill sergeant wasn't there to tell everybody what to do. So it kind of backfired on me, and this fell in my lap at the perfect opportunity because this structure is so different, and this is what I wish more people would understand. So in our Juice Plus business, we do all start down the bottom. So I love that, you know, because exactly like Ange said, there's health professionals out there who do understand the power of fruit and veg. So we have some awesome people in here with some phenomenal letters behind their name, but they came in at exactly the same place that I did. And I found that really empowering. So we all started down the bottom, but we all had the position to reach the top, which is our CEO called National Marketing Director, just like Linda shared at the start. Okay, now I love that, as you can see, there's nothing stopping you here. There's no getting smaller in the pyramid. So you're not stepping over people, you're not stepping on toes, you're not stepping for positions. It's unlimited up here, and everybody has the access to do it. Now, as a hard worker, when I saw that, I thought, hell yes, I can do this. Like, I can get to the top, I can work hard, especially like you shared the mission, you heard Angie's story. Who doesn't want to share stories like that to make other people feel better? You know, and I knew that I had a similar story as well that needed to be heard. And I pretty quickly, I had customers and all sorts of people telling me these things. It just became a no-brainer. What I do really like about this too is that people can come in and chill here. There's no pressure. You own your own business, you own your own time, you own your own freedom. So if you wanted to come in and make $500 a month so that you can go shopping with your girlfriends or go to coffee without feeling guilty, or, you know, spend that extra money on school uniforms, there's that option as well. And the most perfect thing is that it fits around your life. So you do it when the kids are sleeping, you do it when they're at school, you do it when hubby's working away. You really try and do it in the freedom rather than it starting to run your life. So the other thing that I was a little bit concerned about was that I didn't feel like I had a great network of people, you know, so I was a little bit concerned that I wouldn't be successful. But in this business, I found absolutely that that's not even something to worry about. With social media the way it is these days and stories so powerful that we have, my business just bombarded out before me before I could even control it. So I started, and my girlfriend Miranda started with me as well because she needed a health kick. She was a tired mum and was so sick of feeling sick. You know, she was over it. She always felt like she was chasing something and, you know, spreading bugs out of the house. So it made sense to her. Then I also had a really cool conversation with the lady Jo online. Now, we were doing family daycare as well, because dancing didn't cover enough bills, so I had to do family daycare as well. And we got talking about the fact that you could do this online around your other job. Jo went out and she introduced it to more people as well. So did Miranda. And then they did as well. The cool thing is then Miranda grew a team in New Zealand. And this is kind of what happened. People talked, people shared stories. And now 2 years into the business, I have a team of over 400 people by just talking to Miranda and Jo. And this is what we call the popcorn effect. It literally does happen, and it's the beauty of compound numbers and a product that actually works. So that's a little bit, hopefully, to put some myths at ease for you guys, because that really got me excited. And I thought, yeah, I can do this. I'm excited. So let's move on to the even more exciting part, and that's how we get paid. So in our business, we get paid 3 ways. Now, I absolutely love that because, you know, I was so used to just earning a wage. In this business, we get paid retail profit, we get paid a commission, and then we also get paid bonuses. Now, I love about this business is, like Linda shared, they are smart. They've been around for a very long time and they love to put us first. So in order for them to pay out 3 ways, what they've done is in 3 decades of just having this Juice Plus product, they don't pay advertising, they don't pay marketing, they don't pay for billboards, they don't pay for celebrity endorsing, TV ads, all that fluffy, sparkly kind of BS that gets normal customers. They don't do it. What they do is they have us, who are real customers with real stories, and all that money that they save, they pay straight into us. Now, that is what I call honest marketing, and it's honest business model that really does work. I'm going to explain this one here today really quickly, just to kind of show you guys. But when I do, bear in mind that it is just 1/3 of how we can earn some income online. So when we come into this business, within the first month, 40 days, we normally hit what we call SDVF, and that's a $400 bonus. Now, because in this business, you are free, you're not being told what to do or where to turn up, you have what we call a sponsor. So somebody who brings you in and holds your hand and helps you make sure that you understand the ropes of the business. When you hit a bonus, they also hit a bonus. So they're invested to help you. There's no getting thrown in the deep end here. Okay, then we move on to SC. It's $600 when you make it and $600 every time you help somebody make it. Then we've got SSC, which is a $1,200 bonus, $1,200 every time you teach someone. Then we have QNMD, which is a $1,500 bonus, and $1,500 when you teach someone. And then we have NMD, which is a $3,000 bonus. And your upline no longer really needs one because you're all working really successful to spread a beautiful mission together, and you're probably earning some really phenomenal figures like this. So in my 2 years, I've managed to hit NMD 2. My life looks a hell of a lot different now. I don't do dance. I don't do family daycare. This is my full-time job, getting to spread this mission with other beautiful people. And I really enjoy my life. Travel is my top value. I go to Bali on Wednesday, spend time with my family, which is my other one. I pick my children up from school. I drop them off. I get to do all that important stuff as a mum that I would have missed if I was stuck in traditional business. So thank you so much for hearing a little bit about this. I'm going to shoot on over and hear another really powerful story from our beautiful Katie. Is that right, Linda?
Yes, here she is pinned. That was amazing. Thank you, Katrina. And Katie, you're halfway through all of those bonuses. You're almost about to hit the Q, next big bonus. Tell us, what has the mission and the business been for you, honey?
Awesome. Thank you, ladies. I'm so excited to be on here today on my first share on a Girls Just Want to Have Fun. So I feel very blessed to be asked to be on here sharing. So thank you, Katrina. Thanks, Linda. So I'll just go back about 18 months ago because that's when I started in this business. Now, I kind of came across the product and the business at the same time, and I absolutely loved the look of the product because I thought, wow, this is going to be something, you know, that my family, myself, we can all take as a family. And at the same time, I'd actually watched a link which was very similar to this, and I saw these people on there, like women in particular, who were just creating an income from home, not having to, you know, go get a job or anything, and they were just being able to stay at home with their children and create an income. And do you know what? Like, I must have been so delusional because I had no idea that anything like that existed. And that is exactly what I was looking for, because at the time I was a stay-at-home mum to my 2 children, and I loved being a stay-at-home mum to them. You know, I was able to go to every school pickup, drop off. Katrina and I actually see each other at most school pickups and drop offs now, and we high five, like, how good is this? But yeah, at the time, not now, back then, I loved doing that, but I could not help but feel the guilt that I had, you know, when Clint, my hubby, would say, oh, so, you know, what are you doing? Like, you know, I know it's great you're a mom and everything, but, you know, what are you doing? What else? Like, and all I thought was the only option for me to create an income was to go and get a job and put the kids in after school care and daycare and everything. And I did not want to do that. Like, I loved my life of being there with them, and that's just what I wanted to do. So every time he'd bring it up, I'd kind of brush him off and just ignore that. And it was really eating me up alive because I did feel so guilty, like kind of brushing him off. And so when I saw this clip, like this online video like the one we're on now, I saw these women creating an income from home, and I was like, sign me up. This is what my life has been missing, and this is what I need in my life ASAP. So I jumped right in. I know that some people kind of wait and, you know, want to use the product first and stuff, but I knew it all made sense to me, and I jumped in straight away. So now I'll just also share as well. So Clint, my husband, he is a business owner with a small business. He's a painter, and I can totally agree with what Katrina said. Like, you think when you create this business, you're going to have it all and it's going to be amazing, and, you know, you can just hire employees and they'll do the work and you get to go on holiday whenever you want. Like, he is so stressed, and he works 6 days a week, 10 hours a day. I agree, like, it's like an adult kindergarten, you know, and he comes home and then he's got to be on the computer doing quotes and stuff, and I try and help him out with the admin bit, but there's only so much that I can do because I don't understand painting at all. But yeah, like, it just shows me now that a traditional business like that, you don't have it all. You don't own your life. You're there slogging your ass off every single day, and you have so much outlay as well. Like, yes, you see the money coming in, but it goes straight back out again to wages and paint bills and everything. That's what it is for us. So I'll go back to my business. So this is now 18 months forward, and what it's been able to help me do is stay at home and continue to be a stay-at-home mum to my kids. Like, I'm not missing out on any school drop-offs or pick-ups, swimming lessons, dancing. Like my kids have a lot of commitments, and I'm there for every single one of them. And that is really why I'm in this business and what lights me up. And what I love is being able to share that with other mums as well and see them do the same thing, because I think it is so important when our kids are young to be there for them. So opportunities like this, you know, just grab it with your two hands and run with it, because it is so perfect for us mums. And I just wish that I had found it sooner when my kids were even younger. I'll just also quickly share, I've had some exciting news lately, and we're actually expecting our third child, our third baby. So it only kind of hit me the other day that this business and opportunity is now allowed me to have that freedom of just being able to continue doing this and not having the stress of going back to a job or work or anything after I have this baby. Like, how amazing is that? And it just gives me goosebumps every time I get to think about that now, that any other mum would be having a baby and thinking about in 4 months' time when, you know, my paid parental leave or my maternity leave runs out, I'm going to have to go back to work full time and leave my child. And I don't have that worry anymore. So I feel really proud to be able to say that. And that's exactly what this opportunity has been able to do for me. Allow me to, continue being a stay-at-home mum in the future to my 3 children. And I absolutely love it, and it lights me up. And I think, like, you know, the income's great, the money's great, but, you know, Christine met me 18 months ago, and I think she can probably back me up here. I'm a totally different person. There was no way I would have jumped on a video call like this and be able to, you know, share my story. It's been a big self-development course as well. So thank you so much for having me on here to share today.
Oh, I love it. Thank you. You girls are on fire today. I'm just going to go to gallery view so I can see all your gorgeous faces. I guess that I just, you know, I want to now really, I'm going to do something different actually. For anyone that might be watching the recording here, I want you to just think about, oh, this all sounds really good and maybe easy for them. Because that was me too. I still had all the reasons why not right in front of me. So maybe, you know, I'll start with you, Christine. What, for anyone going, that's really good, but I'm not sure that I can do this, what would you say to them?
Oh, honestly, if any of us girls can do it, you can do it as well. And I've got this thing, and Linda, you've taught us this, like, you've got to choose your hard in life, you know, and anything you come across is going to be hard. And yes, this business does get hard. I know it sounds amazing. It ticks so many boxes for us, but it does get hard. But what's the alternative? Hard compared to what? Because for me, hard is going back to a full-time job, not being able to be there to drop my kids off, pick them up, to put my little boy in daycare and watch someone else see his first words, to see him take his first steps. That's hard. You know, working on somebody else's dreams. This business allows us to work on our own. And for me, I see so many mums out there that are lost. You know, we go from being these independent, amazing women to all of a sudden having these people that are dependent on us 24/7, and we put our dreams on the shelf and we lose that fun-loving girl that we used to be. And this business allows us to bring that person back, to really find our voice and our passion, our purpose in life. So if you are not feeling fulfilled in life, and we come across a lot of people, so don't feel like you're alone, we would love to just be able to have a chat with you and see if this could be a fit, see if it aligns with your values, because you've heard so many women today who their voids have now really put their values into perspective. And it's like, I feel so proud. I know Linda would today, seeing these women transform over their journeys and share from their hearts today. That's what this business is about, watching these beautiful beings shine and step into their greatness. And that's what we're here to do. So I hope that helps answer that question.
I love it. I know we're just so over time, but I don't want to get off. I love today. Katrina, can you tell me, and thank you for sharing the business just so beautifully and from such a woman's perspective on what we're really doing and how we do it. We all have those fears. What would you say to someone who's yeah, it sounds really good, but I'm still not sure that I can do this. Oh, hang on.
Sorry.
There you go.
I absolutely love that you asked me this question because I sat on the fence for 18 months. If anybody, knew back at the start of my journey, I sat there for 18 months watching my girlfriend absolutely kill life. And I was terrified to walk out to the mailbox because I knew I'd get a bill that I didn't have money to pay. So, if there's no light at the end of your tunnel, nothing is going to change unless you change. And I learned that the really hard way. And sometimes if you have ultimate faith, and I know that in this business, you will meet so many amazing women who will hold your hand and wipe your tears and do all sorts of really cool things because that's what we're about. You just won't regret it. You really won't, because not only is the financial aspect there, the support is there, and none of us come into this perfect. None of us come into it ready. None of us come in with no kind of objections whatsoever. We all have excuses, but you can see people who have taken their life back on here today. You can see them, you hear their stories, you feel that that's real with your heart. So like Christine said, there's absolutely no reason why you can't do the damn same.
Yay, I love it. And so if someone asks me that question, I just say, you know what, I had the same question. And then I knew that I had nothing to lose. I actually, once I looked at what if, and asked that more empowering question, what if I fail is what I was asking, and there actually is no fail. The worst thing that's going to happen is that you get healthier, you'll get your energy back, you'll start thinking better and clearer and pooping better and sleeping better, your skin will start glowing, and people will ask you, what are you doing? And the business can be whatever pace you want. So I'm going to leave you with our 3 team mantras that really brings to life the culture that we're so proud of, the culture that we've created. And that is, the first one is, you're a blessing in our team on this journey with us. There's no competition. You're a blessing. Just show up. Just be part of the tribe. So many people join our business, honestly, for community and a sisterhood. Not even the money. Just where they're raised up, where they're seen, where they're heard, where they're accepted. And you will get that here. This is a family that we choose. The second one is, you go at your own pace. And Katrina touched on this, and that's why I wrote in the comments, it's so important to know you're never going to be, you can't be left behind. There is no pressure. There is no way we could create this, many thousands of women in our team around the globe if there was pressure, because life is always happening for us. So you'll never get a phone call of, what are you doing? You need another sale. It's just not what we do. And the third is, you're acceptable as you are. You don't need to know anything. We teach you everything every step of the way, and you can do this business with grace and elegance. You won't have to be pushy. We'll teach you exactly how not to do that. And where else can you find so many others that have gone before you who have a direct investment to really, really support you right where you are, and your success is their success? That's what I'll never give this up, no matter how big our team is, how big my check is, all of the greatness that this business has delivered for me 9 years down the track. I can hardly believe it. But just please let us answer your questions. Don't say sitting on the fence for too long, because what if this could really bring back all those yeses for you in your life too. So thank you for your heart and your wisdom and your rawness and honesty today, gorgeous girls. I'm so proud of all of us. And we can't wait to answer your questions, anyone watching as well. So, mwah, bye. Thanks, everyone.